Good morning, student. Welcome for today's science class in 7th. We are on chapter 12 and we are on the last topic, that is germination of seed. And we are going to cover tissue culture also in this lecture. So first we will begin with the germination of seeds. The process in which seed begins to grow into a baby plant when favorable conditions are available is called germination of seed. In this process, you can see beta, when a seeds are sown in the moist soil, that means the conditions are favorable. That means the seed will grow more easily under the favorable conditions. Now seed soaks water and swells. The seed's coat spit opens. You can see this over here. And the radicle go first into the new root system, and shortly the plumule also moves upward and come out of the soil to form the new shoot, and the green leaves develops into new shoot. You can see these green leaves are coming out in the shoot system. Now these green leaves will utilize the sunlight to carry out the photosynthesis process. That means it make the food for the plant. Now the seeds further grow ultimately to form a new plant. After the certain period, the plants bear the flowers, and these flowers grow again, produce fruits and seeds, and the cycle comes. Now you can see in this video, when a seed is sown into the moist soil, it begins to grow. This process is called germination. And after this, what will happen beta? The seed coat will split into two parts that we can see, that is plumule and radicle. And what happen in this? That the root grows downward and the shoot grows upwards, and this produces a seedling of a plant which ultimately grows into a new plant. Now we can see after some time the plant bears flowers, and these flowers produce fruits, and fruits have seed in them. So after this step, what will happen? It will grow all seeds that can germinate when sown in the moist soil under suitable conditions to produce new plant. So this is the step what can be followed in the germination of seed. Now beta, we are going to start the topic tissue culture. Now what is the tissue culture? It is a technique to raising the new plant from a tiny portion of the plant tissue called explant on the culture of synthetic medium under aseptic conditions. What are these aseptic conditions? Beta, these are the conditions where the infection conditions are totally zero. Means plant is not going to be infected. In this case, the cell of the tissue divides and grows into an unorganized mass of cell called callus. Under certain hormones are added to the medium, which introduce plantlet formation, and thousands of plantlets are formed from its small tissue. These plantlets are then transferred to the moist soil for further growth. Right? Examples can be orchids, asparagus, chrysanthemum are some plants that can be grown by this method. Now we can see again with this figure. See beta, plant tissue is over here, and this is the nutrient medium. What is this? That means all the qualities containing the hormones is involved in this medium. Now we have plugged them with the cotton plug, and what will happen? After few time, the callus will be seen over there. This is the unorganized mass beta that is grown. After this callus formation, what will happen? Thousands of plantlets will be formed, and these plantlets will taken out from here and grows into the moist soil so that we can get a new plant. So we'll get a better quality of plant under this vegetative propagation. So we will read about the advantages are the advantages with this vegetative propagation containing tissue culture, right? So it is a quick method of multiplying a plant, and a plant grows in this way, require less time to mature and bear more fruits that is grown from the seed. That means with this callus formation we can grow many plantlets. Okay, so next third point is the new plants are exact copies of the parent plant as they are produced from a single parent. So from the single parent with this callus formation we can grow many plants with the good desired qualities and quantities, right? So next advantage is even they are seedless plants like sugarcane, banana, pineapple can be easily grown with this method of tissue culture. So plants develop a vegetative propagation using need less attention than plants grow from seed. Okay, so some advantages are there, even everything has the disadvantages also. So some disadvantages I like to discuss with you, that are disease present in parent plants spread to the daughter plants. That means if a sugarcane plant we are taking as a callus culture, if it is having the disease, that will spread to whole plant. Now it cannot be stored like seedlings, right? If the callus is formed, you have to grow it in the moist soil, so it can't be stored like seeds, right? Okay, next is due to the production of large number plants, we must have the restricted area region. If we are having overcrowding can be possible, because with the callus formation many plantlets are formed and they need a lot of space to grow it better. So overcrowding can be possible in this case, right? The vegetative propagation plants are unable to adapt changing environment. If we have formed that under the test tubes, and it's not possible, even it's not important that they will follow that condition of environment, right? If it is very hot over there in an environment, and if apple we are growing over there, might be it will not grow over there. So beta, we have done tissue culture, now we have done germination of seed also. Rather, all the topics we have done. Now try the book exercise with your own. In the next video, we will discuss the book exercise as well as question answers. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.